So good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Monday night region call. So these region calls happen every single Monday. It's a really great way to stay connected, and different people in our organization talk from week to week. Before we get started, there's just a couple of things that I want to remind you guys of, and I'm just looking at my little cheat sheet here. The first thing would be CNTC, so that's in September. That's our Canadian conference in Niagara Falls, and you absolutely want to be there if you want to grow your business. Right now for the month of July, there is a way that you can earn your registration and your hotel. I won't go into detail about that. You can get some more information either from your upline or on the source. But however, you can register for that now and pay later. It's going to be really, really awesome. This is our 10th year anniversary in Canada, so it's going to be huge, huge, huge. The second thing that I wanted to mention were a couple of DAs. So our Discover Arbonnes happen online for those of us who aren't right in Halifax, but in Halifax every Wednesday at 7. Alicia, I believe, does Moncton is it the first or second Tuesday of each month?
First Tuesday of each month, although in August we're going to do a team social that night. So the first Tuesday, if anybody's in Moncton and wants to join us, we're going to go to dinner.
Awesome. Perfect. And then we host them monthly here in Fredericton as well. And typically they're the second Thursday. However, there are some different dates for the summers, but we've posted those on our Empower page and you can find the dates for that there. So the Discover Arbonnes are really, really important to go to, and for different reasons. So either you're having like great success and you're high and doing really, really well in your business, and people at those Discover Arbonnes need your energy, or you're in a little bit of a rut maybe in your business, or you don't quite feel like going and you need the Discover Arbonnes. So there's always an excuse for attending those DAs. And we often say in this business that not everybody at those Discover Arbonnes drives a Benz yet. But everyone who's driving a Benz in the Arbonne business, they're typically at those Discover Arbonnes. So those are really, really important for staying connected and for growing your business. So I'm going to jump right into introducing our speaker tonight, and I'm really, really excited about this. So you're going to hear from District Manager and my mom, Susan Duff, tonight. I presented to my mom a few months into my business, more or less to have her support in this business. And to my surprise, when I finished presenting, she said, you know what, I think I'd like to give it a try. I was like, oh, this is okay, awesome. My mom had tried a similar business, not a similar business, but a network marketing business in the past when I was a lot younger, and I completely didn't understand those businesses. And she often jokes that I totally didn't support her. I was a lot younger then. But I have such a huge respect for my mom. She is the hardest worker that I know. She is one of the smartest people that I know. And I'm so honored that she's my mother, but also I consider her one of my best friends, and I get to do this business with her. So I'm just like super, super excited to introduce her and also to hear from her. And I believe she'll tell you a little bit more about what she's going to talk about, but she's going to tell us a bit about her story with Arbonne, and then why network marketing, and specifically why Arbonne. So without further ado, Mom, why don't you go ahead?
Thanks, Kate. That was quite glowing. Kate presented to me in November of 2014. And I definitely will go into that a little bit later, but I did really see the benefit to this business. Unfortunately, like I said, we had a critical illness in our family, and I had to wait a week or two to sign up. But I did, and I hit the ground running, not really in my first month. That's one of those things that you don't regret, but it is a regret. And I followed this business once I committed to it, and it actually works. I mean, no problem, hands down. So I decided to talk tonight a little bit, really the why Arbonne. I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. I'm a registered nurse, both two backgrounds. I have a background in trades and I have a background in nursing. And I've been a nurse longer than most of you have been on this planet. Anyway, enough said. So I decided to tell you a little bit about my journey. I started out as what would be considered a resident attendant many, many years ago. Went on to take what it would be currently the licensed practical nurse program in BC. I did it in a short time frame. In less than 6 months. And then I decided to go on and take my RN. And from there, after many years of hands-on nursing, I took a position, leapt out and took a position with the community college here in New Brunswick to teach practical nursing. So my journey from there, I was taught by my parents. They both were educated, which was really different. I mean, to have a mom that was working all of my lifetime. They both were educated. They did their 40 years plus. Actually, my father did 42 years in his first career and 22 in his second. So they did the 40 years, plus 40 hours a week, retire for 40% less. And they did fairly well, but even still, that has had its challenges. So in my career, I worked very, very hard to the point where I was asked by our president at the time to step into a role to become a department head and manage. So I did that without any education background. People used to look at me and think, why did you get that? And I got it on brute at work. From that, I was actually seconded from there to our corporate office, given one task. When I was asked what I was supposed to be doing, I was supposed to build a model that was sustainable and build an institutional research department. So I did that, and I moved around for that. So I moved my job to Fredericton and did that for 3 years, and successfully created that and did what I was supposed to do with something sustainable and actually worked myself out of a job. So from there, I've gone back as a department head at a different campus. I can say this here because there isn't anyone on here that works at the college. I mean, I really love what I do. Absolutely love helping students be successful. Do I like the position that I have? No, because I'm a 360-degree target, really. So it's the true title of a middle manager. So I would sum it up. I've been at the top of my pay scale for over 10 years. There's no pay going forward. We have one dean. I love her dearly. I've worked with her for 16 years now. She's not going anywhere because she loves what she does. We have one president, and I can tell you in the college system that no one within your own college comes up to be the president. Never. They would always come from another province, another college system. So when I really sat down and looked at it, all of these years of work, the rewards that I received, I worked 60 to 80 hours a week minimum, 6 to 7 days a week. I traveled an hour and 25 minutes one way to work, so that's totals 1,250 kilometers a week to work and back. I did present at a national conference once. I wore out 3 vehicles. They were mine. They were my expense. They were not company vehicles. I worked some 24-hour shifts straight. That wasn't nursing. This was where I'm at now. I missed many of my children's teen year milestones. I missed weddings. I was too tired to be patient. And I did this really because it was something that what I was feeling, that was how I was going to become, the only way I could become recognized was to do a good job and kind of have my name out there. My father taught me to give it my best, and his always statement was, a person can't be faulted if you give them your best. So my ultimate rewards were my children didn't have a parent as much as they should have. I almost lost my marriage at one point. And through all of those years at work, I received only one thank you. One true thank you. So I don't think that, I really pondered on what to talk about. The rewards, when I really looked at this and when Katie presented to me, I said, if I can work that hard for someone else, I can certainly succeed at this business by only working even half that hard, not even that much. I really look at the rewards are absolutely right. The positivity in Arbonne and our networking, it flows in every direction, not just up. Because in all of the years where I've been working, whether it's students, whether it's the people that I manage, the praise comes up because I'm working for them, but the praise doesn't always come from the other directions. So we all know this. I mean, we're all consultants. The jewelry, the trips, the cash, the car. I mean, those are, in my mind, small things. Really, what I see ultimately that this business can provide for us. The really big wins is to be able to give of your time to others, take the time for yourself, care for yourself and others, and those are really the true meaning of life. Those are the things that I'm not as old as my gray hair looks, but I can tell you I've worked like a dog, and worse than a dog at times. And you get to a point in your life, yes, there are many things materialistic that I don't have that I would love to have, and I will have. But the true meaning in life is really, I'm a very, now Kate may disagree with me, I'm a very capable person. I was always tasked with, that's why I've had these jobs. I don't have a university degree. I have a 2-year RN program. I have 3/4 of a master's completed. I got into my master's program only based on hard work because I didn't have an undergrad. I have not finished it because I decided I refuse to pay more money for a master's when I can actually build my business to a much grander degree, because all a master's will give me in my current job is a master's. It's going to be a piece of paper on the wall. I don't disrespect anyone that has one. It will absolutely not open any doors for me. But I've always been able to do whatever I set my mind to do. And given that, I feel that I have a lot of things that I can share with my children and my grandchildren, and I should be able to. And currently, if I was to stay 1 year, 5 years, 10 years in the current position that I am, I won't be happy that I will have been able to do that. So that's short and sweet. But I can tell you that anyone that's in this business, don't ever leave it. I don't care if you walk off a cliff for a while. It's really hard to get back. I've done that a couple of times. But truly, this system is complete. Kate alluded to the fact that we had dabbled in a different network marketing years ago. Pardon me, it's warm here. It's only about 35 degrees, and I don't do well in the heat. We dabbled a few years ago, about 20 years ago. I believe in network marketing. It's foundational. And if you were to track yourself every time you looked at someone, liked something, someone referred something to you, you referred something to someone, that just tells you how easy network marketing really is. But this business is foundational, and the business plan absolutely blows me away. I get so excited when I talk about it to people. I've had, I don't know how many people tell me, I can tell you're really sold on this and you're really excited about it. You believe in it. It does. It is the place to be. So find your buddy, whether they're in your same success line or not. Find your coach, someone, a mentor, whatever. Tag yourself with somebody or some buddies. I go as best as I can to the Moncton DAs, whether I have anybody with me or not. I love it. It gives me an extra time during the month to travel time to think. I love listening to the gals there. Like say, it pumps me up, and I come home absolutely exhilarated. I do the same when we do our own. It's just a phenomenal thing, if not just for the personal growth. And that is my story.
Sorry, it took me a second. Colleen, I unmuted you because you look like you want to say something.
Oh my God, I'm just in awe, Susan. Thank you so much for sharing your story. That's what this business is all about, hearing different people's stories. And it just goes to show that this business is for anybody, no matter where you are in your life. Thank you so much for stepping outside your comfort zone to share it with you, because Arbonne needs your story. People need to hear your story so they know that this business is for anybody, and not to be scared to approach people. You have a very influential job. You don't appear to have any extra time. So I love that you shared your story so that people on this call can know that there's people out there like Susan who look like they have this amazing job and that they have no time in the day, but they need Arbonne. So it's our job to share it with them and let them decide, just like Katie decided to share it with her mom. She didn't know it was going to be for her, but then her mom got to jump on. So don't make up stories. Share it with your aunt. Share it with that boss of yours. Share it with your neighbor that you don't think would be interested in. Because until they say no, they're a yes. They're a yes or a maybe. So let them tell you no, and then respect that and move on, or wait for when they're ready.